Do I need to lift heavier weights and lower reps, or should I lift lower weights and higher reps to tone up my arms for summer? That was a question that we had this week, so I thought I'd answer it on here. In short, the key thing that matters is your total volume of work. So this is the number of sets you do, the number of repetitions you do, and the weight lifted. You multiply all these together, that gives you a number. That's the key number. Now, research shows that whether you lift heavy weights and lower reps or lower weight but higher reps, the total amount of work is what matters. And ultimately, are you progressively overloading the muscle over time? Whether that is through weight, whether that's by reps, whether that's by sets. So then we need to consider, number one, questions to consider. Number one, what are your joints like on here? Like, can you tolerate lifting heavier weights, or does it impact your knee joint, your shoulder joint? If you can't really tolerate that, or maybe you can tolerate it once a week, then fine, go for that. Or if you feel like maybe you can't, then that's going to be off the cards essentially. Now, and we might need to slowly increase that. You might then want to go for a lower weight to start, but that doesn't mean, I won't be able to cut on muscle, because remember, we're not talking about strength here. If you're thinking about toning up your arms, that's muscular hypertrophy, muscle building. You essentially want to stimulate the muscle. And to do this from a training perspective, you can do this with lighter weights. Obviously, you don't want to lift a pen up and down. We need to lift some kind of weight, whether that's a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or a bag of books, a resistance band, anything like that. You can get enough reps. And if you're training properly and you're thinking about the time and the tension you're creating in the muscle, squeezing the muscle every rep, just like we go through in Fruci Fit, to make sure you're doing it safely, effectively. There's doing a squat, and then there's doing a squat. There's doing a bicep curl, then there's doing a bicep curl. I say this all the time. So if you do that, then just make sure you're progressively overloading the muscle. You're working closer to failure. And by failure, I mean the muscle is tiring, not necessarily dangerous in terms of form, like safe failure. So your technique's on point, but you're starting to go, yeah, I'm getting near the end. My muscle is like really feeling it now. That will help you with that. Now, with all this, there's another dimension here, which is obviously your nutrition. Like, toning up also means losing body fat, right? You're getting more muscle tone, more definition in the muscle. So we also want to think about lowering our body fat levels, and also increasing protein intake as a way to help repair muscle, build muscle, but also control calories, which is ultimately also going to help with our toning up. So in short, you can lift heavier weights or lower weights. That's absolutely fine. Just make sure you're overloading the muscle over time, whether that's by the sets you do, the reps you do, or the weight you lift. And of course, if you're not training too hard, or closer, or progressively overloading over time, you might want to increase your volume via the amount of sessions you do. So if you've got time on your side, maybe you're a bit cautious at the moment, lower impact work, staying away from failure for a longer period of time can be a helpful way to do that as well. So we actually work at maybe 4, 5 reps from failure. So you get 5 reps in the tank every time. You're not over pushing it. If you train multiple times a week, this is another great way to increase your volume. Remember that total volume over time. So in short here, you don't always have to go to failure all the time. There's many variables you can change, and there's no one best way here. It's likely that the best way is actually to use a magnitude of all of these based on your lifestyle, your energy levels, your sleep, your mood, your motivation. Some days you just need to show up. That's it. Just show up, get through the workout. Doesn't matter if you're progressing, but guess what? You've added some volume into your day, to your week, to your month, to your year. And it's what you do on average that will help you progress. And that's what we go for at Fruci Fit, getting you to do it for long enough to get the results you want. That's exactly what we do in our Kickstart. If you want more information on that, do drop a Kickstart below or send me a message and I can get you the details. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.